are right there with some of those lefty specialists. I mean, that's how much of a workhorse he could be.
And it looks like he really keeps himself in good shape. He's got that good frame, 6'4", you know, and well built, and thrives on the steady work. Everybody wants to be a starter, and then if you can't be a starter, you want to be a closer. But if you're being used consistently in like 7th, 8th, 9th inning guys, it's so much fun because every single day you've got the potential that you could get a chance to perform.
In key spots, too.
In key spots, you know, you're part of victories, you know, the game has become so specialized.
By the way, this is one of the minor league catchers, Johnny Monell, wears number 19 for New York. He's at the plate, 2 balls and 1 strike. New and ice on deck.
You know, Dan, you know, people have a tendency to say, look at Bob Gibson and think about all his complete games. He pitched in an era where you would have 28 complete games in a season. He's got more complete games in his career than wins. And they say, well, these guys are bigger, stronger, but yet we've created a specialization so they don't ask guys to go complete games anymore.
Early in the season, innings will be at a premium, and you'd have to think, you know, with the starters and how it relates to the bullpen. You've had an awful lot of workload on Wainwright the last 3 years, well documented. You have Walker coming off the odd shoulder injury. John Lackey's 36. You don't know about Martinez. So, I mean, there are some question marks in terms of trying to make sure that you control the innings of your starters. That just missed.
Well, you think about, you know, whether it's Martinez and Garcia or Gonzalez. They're all 3 guys that you got to be careful with their innings.
We saw last year with Ned Yost and the Kansas City Royals how important a bullpen could be. Monell with a base hit. It's cut off by Gorichik, who's in left field. And it's a 1-out hit to get the Mets something going here in the top of the 9th. I mean, that bullpen of Kansas City was awesome last year, late season.
Why they're the American League champions is what they could do at the back end. It's great when it works.
When it works. Here's Neuenhuis in his second plate appearance. We talked about this the other day, but he has the odd distinction of last year, Neuenhuis. 18 extra base hits and only 11 singles in 3 different stints with the club. Their AAA affiliate is in Las Vegas, Pacific Coast League, and he was hitting well above 300 midway through August when he got the call-up for the 3rd and final time.
And you also mentioned that he can play all 3 of the outfield positions, and you know, he's so big. You see the 3 home runs, and you kind of think he's smaller, but he's a big man.
He is. And he runs well, good defender. You hear it from both sides today, both the Cardinals dugout and the Mets dugout. This has been a strike zone, very, very tight from C.B. Buckner. Here's a 1-1 with the runner going, and it's fouled back.
Runner going, hitter trying to protect, and fouls off the pitch.
This is a more relaxed atmosphere, undoubtedly, here in spring training, to where guys in the pace of the game usually is quicker than regular season. However, I just wonder about the rules and the batter stepping out and how much that will be enforced. The players made that adjustment here in spring training. Have they been getting reminded by the umpires? I've talked to some of the hitters. They say, yeah, occasionally umpire will say something. Base hit into center just past Cosma. So back-to-back singles for the Mets.
Oh, Dan, it's, you know, in the 70s, Mike Hargrove was nicknamed the human rain delay because he always after every pitch. Foul, he took it. He kept 1 foot in the batter's box and 1 foot out, and would adjust his gloves and fiddle with this and everything. He was a human rain delay. And he would have a quicker pace than most hitters today. They step out of the dirt surface behind home plate and go on the grass and fiddle with their batting gloves.
Here's Cesar Puello. Came in midway through this game in right field. He was at AAA last year, hit .252. Back in 2010, he had 45 steals at Class A. 24-year-old from the Dominican. No balls and 2 strikes. He had a 5 RBI game against the Memphis Redbirds last June. Played all 3 outfield spots at AAA a year ago.
Mets had 7 prospects in baseball's top 100.
0-2 the count. And a strikeout of Puello. So Matt Belisle gets the strikeout. Good late movement.
Yeah, no question about it. And I mean, just like a little tight little slider, a little cut to it right there, and just enough to fool the hitter. And you like to see that. You know, you want to see. Sometimes you want to see these relievers get a couple guys on and see how they react.
Eric Campbell with runners at first and second. Just how good will the Mets be this year? Their pitching, starting pitching, even minus Zach Wheeler, would seem to be a strong suit with the return of Matt Harvey. The only team that finished above 500 last year in the East